All right, folks, as you know, every week I get a lot of grief because I'm always the first one in the water fishing. Now, I don't think that's a problem, but this morning, look here, Jiggy beat me to it.
Ain't gonna do no good.
Hey, if the day goes bad, Jiggy's fault. Oh, Jiggy got one!
I told you.
Jiggy got one! Oh, Jiggy lost one.
Ladyfish? Either a ladyfish or a trap.
Yeah, look at there, look at there. Well, so the day's starting off well. Red sky in the morning, sailor warning. We don't heed the warning, but we might be complaining a lot. Peace out. Here's to a good day. Out.
Pancakes for breakfast.
I've been hanging out at Denny's.
Ooh, look at that.
Smacked them.
Talon's got both claws full of bait.
Big ones.
All right, folks. I think you can see it. We've got a rainbow over here, and Todd drove the boat over to the rainbow to find the pot of gold, and look what we found. What do you think about that? Huh?
I wonder where they came from.
Uh-huh. A buggy whip.
Jiggy, what do you got?
That gag though.
Ooh, getting close. Getting close. Long and skinny.
Well, folks, what we're doing is we caught a couple of snapper, a couple of grouper, and the tide is actually pretty slack right now, so we're using pretty light. Well, Jiggy's not. Jiggy's using. What are you using, Jiggy? 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Chad and I are using quarters. Chad hasn't even gotten bit yet. Oh, Chad said he's got one. Have one. But
got that in my hand.
you don't necessarily have to go light. Oh! What the flying flip? Oh, I had a scale on mine.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're using 1/4 ounce huggies right here in the bay, and the tide is slack, so it's going down ever so slowly, and it's picking it up before it gets to the bottom.
Except for Jiggy's getting heavy.
Well, all I'm doing is I'm taking that bait fish and hooking right in the top of the head, dropping it down, seeing what happens. Jiggy!
You got one.
Jiggy! Now, Jiggy's using cut bait.
Cut bait on a flimsy pole. Okay.
So we're all kind of doing something differently, but Chad was using a pinfish and he couldn't get hit on a pinfish. So we've been catching them on white bait and cut bait. It's not a bigger snap. It is a snap. Not a bigger snap.
I think so, because the line took off and it was there.
Jiggy!
Ooh, there's a snapper. That one, nice snapper.
I'm about to put an 1.5 ounce sinker on.
And use cut bait.
Just cut bait.
Someone loaded? No. Woo, no, that one might be.
Be close. I'm proud of you, Jiggy. Well, folks, as you can see, we found these little ledges right here. I had one of these marked, but I found a couple other ones. So just because you have an area marked doesn't mean you can't find other areas, because if you look on the machine here, it's crazy the amount of fish that are in this location. These are snapper coming up in the water column, and we've been catching snapper up in the water column. But I'm getting ready to have to move because we've got a ship coming in. And I had somebody say the other day on my YouTube channel that as we speak, Chad's got a fish on, that I was blocking the channel. And I will move every time a ship is coming in. I move out of the way. I don't sit there and impede the traffic of the shipping channel. First of all, it's illegal. Second of all, that's just not what I do. I don't do that. I respect the ships and everything else. So for whoever said that, troll. It was either somebody else in the Stamus or it wasn't us, because I don't block the channel. This guy's coming in. He hasn't honked at me, but I knew it's my time to move, so that's what we're doing. But we've been on a pretty good bite, and I knew that the bite would be pretty good because of that frontal system that's kind of stalled just north of us, just enough. But it's creating a really good bite. So we did very, very well at that spot. I don't know if I'll go back to that exact spot or not, because we're wearing them out pretty good. But as I speak, there's a spot right there. And there's some rocks that I already have marked there. So now we're getting ready to come up the channel. There's some more rocks there. So I'll probably go and fish that area right there, because that looks pretty good. See, I don't have that marked right there. Well, folks, if you chose not to go fishing today because you were afraid of the weather, which I kind of explained in the Friday fishing forecast, that watching that future radar, it had everything staying offshore until late in the afternoon, and sure enough, that's exactly what it's doing. And the bite has been crazy. It's been really, really good. As soon as we're getting to the bottom, they're on it. Even when this tide picked up, they've been on it. Like right there's a fish. Oh, come on. So the bite's been, I knew it would be good because that frontal boundary system is stuck right on top of us. And so it's causing that pressure to lower. And with that lower pressure, these fish are putting on the feed bag. Come on, eat it. Come on. And the bite's been very, very good. And we're not even in a minor or major yet. And the bite's been really good. Except for Chad. Chad's kind of sucking it up.
Fixing to change it.
He's fixing to change
The
it.
whole scenario's fixing to be game changed right now.
But basically, we're just catching a combination. We just found a new rock, actually, and a new ledge. We're fishing the rock first. But again, I am so amazed by that apex, because I'm going into areas that I've marked before, but then I'm marking even more stuff that I didn't pick up with the Solix. There's a snapper. Look at all the jacks. That's a good snapper. No, those are jacks.
All of you know?
Tony, get him in the boat. Tony, slack line. Come on. And one's a group off. Yeah. Chad's is more interesting. Of course. Well, folks, this is what we're seeing right here. These are jacks up in the water column. But hey, they're fun. They're fish. Tony's on. Get him to. Oh, Tony's off.
Tony's on the bottom.
No. But anyway, we moved up to the port area, to get a little bit out of the tide. It slows it down a little bit, and we're catching grouper, snapper, jacks, all kinds of stuff. So when the tide gets, or when it really gets moving, it will shut that bite down, as I talk about all the time. It makes those snapper get right on the bottom, those grouper right on the bottom, and they don't want to get off that bottom, or they'll just cruising with the tide, and you have to hit them in the face to get them to eat. Ooh, I saw that thump. That was a good thump. But anyway, just kind of keep that in mind. But also, when the tide's ripping like this, it's a great time to find new spots if you're willing to put in the time. What you got, Chad?
I think it's a snapper.
Do we have a double?
Nope, it's a red grouper. The endangered red grouper.
The endangered. I love it.
Endangered red grouper.
Rich, why are you making us stay out here when this thing's rolling in on us?
Ah, it's gonna blow right by. That's when the bite's gonna smoke.
Yeah.
It's right over there.
Ooh, that's a nasty looking shelf rod. Rich, it's gonna be fine. Well, we made it back to the office in the nick of time. As you can see, it's pretty nasty looking. We're gonna go get something to eat and see if we can wait this out. It looks like it's better south, and this is moving pretty quick. So we're gonna go grab something to eat and see if we can't get back out, because the bite was pretty good. So we're gonna see what happens.